Today, for my performance final, I'm going to be solving a system of equation with matrices. So, basically, in order to solve this problem, you have to use a calculator because we have not been taught that it is possible to do this form of equation without using a calculator. So basically, I'm going to write out the equation, which is x minus 3y plus 3z equals 17. Then 3y minus z equals negative 7. 4x minus z equals 4. So basically, you could automatically not have to write anything else on your paper and just leave it like that and go straight to your calculator, which is should be a TI-84 or some type of model. I don't know much about calculators, but it has to have at least a button that says matrix. Well, you can go straight up and start plugging in everything onto the calculator, but being me, a person that I am really bad at math, I need to see it visually, the equation, and understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So basically, the whole point of solving the equations is you're trying to figure out the variables. You're trying to figure out what x, y, and z are. So what you're going to do is the original equation is x a times x equals b. So the setup is going to be, the numbers are going to be a. So basically, x is 1. There's no x here, so that's a 0. And then this is 4. Then a y, which is negative 3. There's no y in this equation. Then here for z, you have 3, negative 1, negative 1. Then, said you're multiplying it by the variables, which is x, y, z, and, well, it equals the actual equations, with actual solutions, which is b, which is 17, negative 7, 4. Well, since you're trying to solve x, y, and z, you have to set up the equation differently. You have to move a to the other side. So the equation is going to end up being x equals a inverse times b. And the reason why it's inverse is because the way matrix equations works is in order for it to be solvable, it has to have a determinant, meaning it has to have an inverse. So in order for it to even find solutions in the first place, this has to have an inverse. If not, then you can't figure out the equation. So I like to look out at the problem so I can know what I'm supposed to be plugging in to the calculator. Okay. So you're gonna go to you're gonna press second and you're gonna go to matrix, and basically you're not gonna press names. You're going to go to edit. Sorry, my calculator has a big hole. I have no idea how that happened. So you're gonna go to 1. So basically, it all depends whether you have used matrix or not, but that determines whether you have to plug in, because you have to do it 3 by 1 because it's a 3 by 1 equation. So you're going to put in 3, then you're going to put in 1, and so you're going to plug in the number. So this is 3 by 3. So this is 1, negative 3, 3, 0, 3, negative 1, 4, 0, negative 1. Okay, I don't know, I have this habit where I always turn off my calculator because I'm too scared I'm going to clear it. So then that's for A, and then you're going to go to B, you're going to do the same thing, you're going to go to edit, and this is a 3 by 1. And so it's going to be 17, negative 7, and 4. And then here comes the very easy part. All you have to do is go to Matrices again. This time, just press A. And since, like I said, this has to be inverse, you're going to go to the inverse button, which is this x to the -1 power, which means it's inverse. So you're going to press that, and it's going to give you all its inverses. Then you're going to get that, and you're going to multiply it by B. And that is going to give you 2, -1, 4. Now, usually, that is your final answer. That is the final answer. But obviously, if you don't trust a calculator for some reason and you want to plug it into the equation to check if it's right because you feel like you messed up or something, you can always check it. So this is going to be 2 minus 3 -1 plus 3 times 4 equals 17, which is correct because it's 2 minus -3 plus 12, and if you do the math, you know that it is indeed -17, and you can check with the other two equations, and you know it's right. So that is how you figure out this systems of equations with matrices on a calculator. Thank you.